Secrets leaked, charges raised against Biden. Majority of Americans don't want this to happen. Man, sharing anything online is a surefire way to have that thing exist forever. Were you aware that we can still watch videos of Congress from more than 30 years ago? That's good for us. For some of our government officials, not so much though. It looks like President Joe Biden has been caught in a lie, as a former CIA director has just spilled the beans on the Hunter Biden laptop, and it is in direct conflict with a public statement that the president made during the presidential debate against Donald Trump years ago. Are you guys surprised at all this? Here's something that's surprising. Very few Americans are in favor of President Biden running again in 2024. So let me ask you guys, what could be the primary reason as to why you would not want him running again next year? Is it his policies? Is it his age? Or is it his cognitive abilities? Is it something else? The Ukraine war may have been sent a game changer. This is if you ask General Mark Milley about the arrival of 31 Abrams tanks there by this fall. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky still insists that even though they're being sent tanks, they would still need F-16 fighter jets, a request that the White House continues to ignore. The Secretary General for NATO has confirmed that Ukraine will soon be joining the alliances of nations, but that talks are going to happen after the war is over. So wait, none of us are even sure when that's going to happen. Isn't it a little bit premature to predict that they're going to be joining at this point? And New York Mayor's Eric Adams just blasted President Biden for not providing them with additional relief funds, as he says that migrants have, quote, destroyed his city. Now, before I continue, please do me a huge one. Drop a like for the video. And if you really want to support the channel, go ahead and share this video. Really helps out a ton. And if you're new here and in need of your daily dose of the truth when it comes to the state of our economy, the stock market, the housing market, and everything that these guys are doing in Washington, D.C. that affects us, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for the best way to invest in gold or silver, hit the links in the description down below this video. Now, I have to say, lies are destructive. Don't you agree? It's a bigger problem when these lies are used by individuals who want to lead the United States of America. Although this happened a few years ago, you guys gotta check this out.
There are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
And that's exactly what.
Is this
that's
where you're
exactly
going?
what.
This is
told.
where he's going. The laptop is Russia, Russia.
Now you're asking, where is the lie? The alleged lie is the one that President Joe Biden said when he talked about the 50-plus intelligence personnel who said that the Hunter Biden laptop was all Russian disinformation. According to Mike Morrell, a former deputy director of the CIA, he received a call from the senior advisor of the Biden campaign, who is now the current Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, regarding the laptop back on October 17, 2020. During the same day, Morrell also received an email from Blinken with an article from USA Today that alleged that the FBI was examining the laptop as a part of a discrimination campaign. He also says that the narrative of the letter was driven by these communications from Blinken. Do you think that this was a huge lie that was told to the American people? And if so, how can it be made right? There's actually even more problems in the Biden family, as two senior law enforcement whistleblowers are claiming that federal prosecutors have been considering charging the first son, Hunter Biden, on 2 misdemeanors and 2 felonies. But there's growing frustration within the FBI, as they say that investigations were already done over a year ago. Wait, where are his charges? Did I miss the breaking news of Hunter Biden getting charged? I'm pretty sure that I am updated, so no, he has not been charged. It's led many to believe that the Biden administration and the White House has been blocking any possible charges from going through. I don't know. Is it a far-fetched theory that this could be happening behind closed doors? The doors of F-16 fighter jets remain closed, although the promised Abrams tanks will be combat ready and could be in the battlefields of Ukraine by fall. However, it's going to take some time, as their soldiers would need proper training before they actually had these bad boys out to war. They're going to need to speed things up if they want to join NATO. Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has said that Ukraine will be joining NATO and that all allies have agreed to having them included, but that they will be joining after the war is done.
I said in Kiev yesterday that Ukraine's future is in the Euro-Atlantic family, and all NATO allies have agreed that Ukraine will become a NATO member. But the main focus now is, of course, on how to ensure that Ukraine prevails. No one can tell when and how this war ends. But what we do know is that when the war ends, we need to ensure that history doesn't repeat itself, that Russia is not able to continue to attack and to wage war again against Ukraine, and to continue to chip away at European security. So we need a discussion about a security framework. We need, and there will be a discussion about, or there is an ongoing discussion about membership. Even, or also after the war ends, we need to support Ukraine. Because we need to ensure that Ukraine has the military strength, the capabilities, the deterrence to prevent new attacks. Because you have to remember that the war didn't start in February last year. The war started in 2014 when Russia illegally annexed Crimea and when Russia for the first time moved into Eastern Donbass.
Now I have a few questions on that one. What if they lose? My heart goes out to the people of Ukraine, but it's a war. You know, there's winners and there's losers. So how would they join NATO if Ukraine as it is doesn't exist after the war? Now I know it's an unpopular notion, but we got to be realistic of what could happen. Now speaking of unpopular, President Joe Biden may have already announced his run for 24 by the time that this video goes out. But a new poll has shown that he's not very popular with many Americans, as only as little as 25% of voters want him back in 2024. Are you a part of that 25%? Others are calling out for a completely different nominee, while the vast majority of voters who said that they don't want him running are questioning his ability to lead the nation at 82 years old, which will be his age by 2024. One person who might not want to have Biden reelected again is New York City Mayor Eric Adams.
The national government has turned its back on New York City, and we have to ask that question. They just started asking that question. Everyone should be joining Jumaane Williams. Instead of standing on the steps of City Hall, we should be standing on the steps of the White House and asking the national government, what are you doing to the city of New York?
Is anybody here from New York? Adams has insisted that they would need more funds to handle the migrant situation, but it looks like the White House isn't making time or money available to them. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Our wallets have thinned out to a point where we're now confused whenever we visit Walmart or Target, especially since we're definitely not taking home as many goods as we used to before. I mean, how many bags are you taking home with $100? With America being almost unrecognizable now, it's sad to say that we have to hustle just to get back to financial freedom. But we got to face the reality that this is the condition of our economy. And since we're not quitters, we have to look for opportunities where we can. Just look at those who have small businesses, home-based businesses, and side hustles. These are the people who are generating multiple streams of income. That's sure to boost your cash flow and hopefully your net worth. And with the crashes that are coming to different markets, whether it's the stock market, the housing market, I mean, we're bound to see good deals in the real estate market and the stock market. Now, if you're interested in learning more about these different methods, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take some hard work, but it will definitely be worth it. Now, before I go, guys, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up for the video and subscribe for your daily dose of the truth. Appreciate you guys watching. Please be kind to one another, and I'll see you on the next one.